all of it. Colleen?
Yeah, Eric, that cloud deck, I was just watching it thicken up on some of our other cameras. We'll take a look at those during our full forecast. But for now, what you need to know for that weather impact alert, it begins tomorrow at 4 a.m., pretty early there. And that's because we will start seeing that rain around midnight tonight, but the bulk of it will be on the way for your morning commute. And we issue these weather impact alerts whenever it's an inconvenience to you. And I would say the heavy rain, since we haven't had it in quite some time, during your morning commute, well, that's an inconvenience. So the impact would be that widespread rain, slick roadways. Consider this, the roads have been very dry. All that oil and everything that accumulates on the roads hasn't had the chance to get washed away. That will make things extra slippery. What you need to do, of course, have your umbrella around, but also leave extra time, plenty of a stopping distance between you and other vehicles. You don't want to hydroplane, and make sure you're streaming that 10 Tampa Bay app, because of course we will have coverage for you throughout this rain event. So for tomorrow, again, for the first half of the day, we are looking at that weather impact alert. That doesn't necessarily mean that the rain is moving out right away, but the bulk of it, the heaviest rain, will be on the way for tomorrow morning between the hours of 4 a.m. and 10 a.m. Right now, you can see clouds filtering in from the west, a little bit of rain up closer to the Nature Coast. We're going to break down your forecast a little bit more in the next few minutes.
All right, Colleen, we'll see you then. Thank you out there, Colleen.
Yeah, Bobby was looking pretty spiffy there in his suit. And of course, that music was beautiful. Today's weather was music to our ears. It was our pick of the week. Gorgeous conditions. Temperatures were where they should be for this time of the year, but it's all getting interrupted by some rain. But the rain can be a beautiful thing too, right? We have been sitting very dry. We're going to look at the drought monitor in just a second. But here's the satellite and radar. This is our system that's starting to move our way. We are getting the cloud portion of it right now. Starting to see some showers. It's closer to the Nature Coast. Most of our area pretty dry right now, closer to Tampa Bay, but we will see the rain in the next few hours here, and it will really pick up the pace as we enter into your Monday morning. A live look around, we have some darker skies. The sun is setting, yes, but those clouds have really thickened up in most locations. Armature Works, Plant City, Port Richey. I'm looking at those gray skies, knowing that rain is soon to follow. So we're looking at that rain to start again tomorrow morning, really picking up the pace, but it will start closer to midnight tonight. So we have this weather impact alert, and we issue these as the 10 Tampa Bay weather team whenever it's an inconvenience to you. Doesn't necessarily mean that there's severe weather, but think about this. We haven't had a good deluge of rain lately, and this is going to be during the morning commute when a lot of you are out on the roadways. The roadways can be slick because we have oil and everything that accumulates on the roads when it's dry, right? So the rain will kind of try to wash that away. Allergies too, and that can make things actually pretty slick on those roads. So the impact is from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. and what you need to know, slick roads and that widespread rain, and it can reduce visibility as well too if you get into a good downpour there while you're driving. What you need to know, of course, have your umbrella handy throughout the day tomorrow, especially in the morning. Leave extra time and leave plenty of following distance between you and other cars, because hydroplaning is a thing. So you can always stream the 10 Tampa Bay app, and we will have updates for you throughout the morning and tonight too. As we look at the severe weather outlook, this is put out by the Storm Prediction Center, or the SPC, and they really only have us at that 0 threats. It's just regular storms that we're expecting. So again, it's not a severe weather outbreak that we're going to see. That's not the case here. It will just be downpours, and we really haven't had a significant rain in quite some time. This is a European model. This is at 7 a.m. tomorrow. That area low pressure just outside of our region. It's going to take a while for this low to spin on out of here, and that's why we are expecting rounds of wet weather tomorrow morning especially, and then that low will kind of linger off the coast as we finish off tomorrow evening. So here we are tomorrow around lunchtime, again just off our coast. That will slide across the peninsula, that low pressure system. This is at 5 p.m. and you see it still is hanging out around midnight. Going into Tuesday now, again, these low pressure systems, when they're kind of cut off from the rest of the weather pattern there, sometimes they take their sweet time getting out of here, and we will have a few lighter showers on the way for Tuesday as well, but it's not going to be the main rain event. We're scheduling that for tomorrow morning. So forecast rainfall here. How much can you expect? Taking a nice zoom in here. Some areas could get close to 1.5 to 2 inches, which would be beneficial, but we're getting it all at once, right? So the drought conditions, notice that we have this dark orange color covering Hillsborough, Pinellas, Manatee, Sarasota County, Hernando County. Basically all of our viewing area has some portion that's covered under that severe level of drought. That's something that we don't want to see. So unfortunately, the drought conditions, we're getting towards that dry season. But the fortunate part is the rain is arriving. We just need to soak it up. Here's a 7-day forecast, a little bit cooler on Monday with the expected rain. Tuesday through next week, temperatures look nice and pleasant, pretty normal for this time of the year.